Hello everybody, and this is a quick message for Novak Djokovic. Sorry, um, I'm, I wrote now a very long Facebook post, and one of the ladies said that I clearly have no idea, and I told her possibly I'm a failure, just like your father's condom, and then obviously Facebook deleted my post. And of course, if you say the truth, then you will be blocked. But hopefully YouTube will not block me. And I'm extremely disappointed and agitated that the best player in the world, as per se, is talking a lot of hot air. He talks about his tough upbringing. He talks about how difficult it was for him, and of course it was. So was it for me, and so was it for millions of billions of people in the world. So he's not the only one, and he's not the only one who came from humble families and made it big. But let me talk to you directly, Djokovic. Sorry, talking about these issues that the tennis federation and the fans don't like you, and if you would be Western European, then or American, then it would be different. Well, it would be a little bit different, but let me bring you an example. For instance, Nastase, Romania, Serbia, more or less Eastern Europe. He was beloved. They loved him. They loved Syriac as well, because these people had personalities. They haven't been that great than you in tennis, but they had personalities, which you don't have. But this is okay. This is not your fault. This is your nature, this is your attitude, and this is your arrogance. That's the reason people don't like you. But this is the good news. You have money. And with money, you can buy love, you can buy everything. Except family. Family is difficult. Even though in Japan, there is a guy who, I think he can be a father for a week or something. With money, you can buy everything. So here's the thing. You making 1 or 2 million on each Grand Slam you win, deduct all your expenses, pay your coaches, your staff, your chef, make sure you pay all the money for your accommodations, for your houses, cars, everything, all the expenses you have, deduct, keep 10,000 euro prize money for yourself, and give the rest of the money to the Serbian children, right? All your sponsorship money and all the money you earn from your tennis, except of your expenses on 10,000 euros each game you win, not each game, each tournament. Build wonderful facilities, tennis schools, just like Nadal, and make Serbia the best nation in tennis which is out there. You have millions, if not billions. You will earn more with sponsorship. Now, talking about those issues is not going to make any change. And I'm writing my book now, and I'm a little bit disappointed with myself that I actually take the time and tell this, but all these Facebook messages coming through, and I don't want to reply to every single one of them. So every time I see a stupid message where you again blaming someone else, it's always someone else's blood. Either the crowd didn't help you, or the tennis federation, or this and that. I never heard really that it was your fault. Smashing up the record, being arrogant, shouting, behaving like an Eastern European chooch sometimes. So let's face it, I mean, this is the truth. The videos are there. And yes, that lady mentioned that I don't know nothing. Maybe I don't know nothing. Maybe. But I didn't really hear that you opened up a tennis school. I hear that Nadal opened up a tennis school. I also hear that Sir Paul McCartney opened up a music school. I also heard that Manet sending back all his money to Senegal to open up hospitals, schools, facilities for children to practice. Now, in every single interview, you mention Serbia. So you are really proud Serb. And at least you have a country. I don't even have a country, right? I'm from Transylvania, so the Romanians are calling us homeless, bosgos, right? Or not homeless, countryless, bosgos. The Hungarians calling us Romanians, right? So I don't even have a country. At least you can be proud of that you have a country, Serbia, and do something for your country, but not with the hot air and the complaints. No, with cash, and you will see how things are going to change. Because let's face it, what you're going to take with you? A casket, a wooden one? Okay, maybe in your case, you're going to get a marble one. yeah, or maybe a golden one. But you know, the amount of money you have, they can knock you off the golden casket. There will be plenty of money left. Let's face it. Well, the children, you have a couple of kids, you might plan more, no problem. You have family, you have cousins and stuff. There is so much money available for them. They don't need millions, they don't need billions. But the children from Serbia who don't have shoes, some of them, and you know, of one thrown country, as you know, and you mentioned yourself that sometimes you didn't have shoes. Now, why don't you pay every Serbian child a pair of shoes? The ones who don't have, or build a couple of tennis courts, or swimming pools, or badminton pools, or whatever, maybe football pitches, whatever you want to spend your money, and you will see very, very quickly how much love you will get from the people. But of course, you're earning millions. No information came through my ears, and I'm there with the tennis, and I'm there with the Formula One, so I hear things. But I never heard that you put a lot of money into some sort of Serbian company who does something for the Serbian people, for the young people, for the girls, for the boys, and single-handedly you can change everything. You could make Serbia with a few millions of pounds and dollars or whatever you have, investments and the sponsor money, to the tennis capital of the world. You single-handedly. Now imagine how much love you would get from around the world, claiming that, oh, if I would be Western European, then people would love me. No, they wouldn't. There are plenty of Western European people who are hated. You know, tennis people who are hated by tennis fans because they're just, you know, it's the nature of a person. Some people have charm. Some people can play great tennis. Some people have it both. Unfortunately, you can play great tennis, but you don't have any charm, right? You're a boring person, like a robot, and you don't have emotions. Okay. Yes, you play tennis, you don't need to be charming people, but every time I see a match of yours, it's you know, the thing, the crowd too, you can't push the crowd. I mean, you know, Freddie Mercury went out there, and, you know, back in the days, in the 70s, you know, being a bit different, being gay, it's not necessarily, was not an asset. It was a disadvantage. But when the man went on stage, they loved him. Everybody. It didn't matter what he is. He was from India. Well, Indian people in England, you know, not, you know what I'm saying? You know, they're not. You know, I love everybody because I'm an international guy, but you know, there is tensions going on. But when Freddie went on stage, everywhere in the world, every girl and boy stepped up of the panties because he had charisma. He was a fantastic singer, and he has charisma, and he was a showman. You're a great player, but that's about it, right? So now, do I have the 10 minutes? Not quite. So I have to keep it on 1 or 2 minutes. Now listen, let's make this video viral, because I think for the 10 minutes I should finally also get the chance to make a few thousand pounds. And I promise, if this video goes viral and I make a few thousand pounds, I'm gonna take this money and send it all the way back to the Serbian children, right? Now, but we can do something else. Give me your finances for a week, and you will be, I'm not going to keep anything for myself. No, okay, I do. I'm charging £25 an hour for my service. So I work 24 hours for a week, easy math, calculated. That's all you need to give me. £25 an hour, and I'm going to work 24 hours for you for a week. And you will see how much love and how much admiration you will get on and off the court. But talking hot air, just like me right now in this respect, because one person is watching the video, possibly is my partner, right? But I still really want to say it, and I want to have this link for me ready in my pocket, that every time you make a comment and one of those websites or Facebook pages puts it on, that, oh, the pure Djokovic, and if he would be from America, how big he would be for a star, and if he would be from England. Yes, certainly it would give you a little bit of advantage, right? It certainly would. No doubt about that. But, you know, there are plenty of people in football from Poland and plenty of people from Croatia and places like that who beloved. Manic or Manic, one of your landsmen. No, he's Croatian, you are Serbian, you guys don't like to each other too much, but I know that, the British, the English, the Scottish, the Welsh, the Transylvanians, the Romanians, the Hungarians. I know, I feel for you. I'm in the same shoe. But no, it's not about where you're coming from. It's just, your nature and your arrogance, your outbursts, tennis is not someone where you should it's not like, but even there, some people got away with it. Joe McEnroe, Jimmy Connors, right? But they were different, your outburst is like, Jesus Christ, it's like, how can I say, it's sad. McEnroe's and Connors' outburst was kind of fun. It's like, oh yeah, a bit of a, So, but of course, different areas, different things. On the other hand, one of the most boring tennis player in the world, in terms of, and you know him very well, Ivan Lendl. Yes, but he was beloved because he had something. He had this smile. He had this style. But he was just like, he never smiled. But smile, a little smile, but he never laughed away. But he had something. He had something which was really, really special. And you don't have that, and you can't learn it. And that's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it at all. Nothing wrong with it. But you have money. You have cash. And with cash, you can buy love. You can buy schools. You can buy shoes. And you can make the few million Serbian children very, 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 very proud. So that's how you become a hero. Not by posting messages and blaming the tennis federations and blaming it on this and blaming it on that. And so, Djokovic, my email address is right there. Let's meet 1 week. You give me your finances. I'm not going to keep anything to myself. But after this 1 week, the grandstone will be laid. I'm going to sponsor this piece of salt, which I took. So nobody needs to buy salt. This is a start. This is a lifelong supply of salt. And so amazing. And I put it into this onto this heater, right? So I feel like I'm on the seaside. You see, so not everybody has it that good like you, that they can fly to anywhere. I'm sitting in a shitty caravan in Wales and writing my book. I hope that I will achieve something. And you complaining about you have millions and billions and sponsors money and this money and that money, and you're complaining that people don't like you. Now give me the finances. Let me sort things out. A week, you pay me the £25 an hour. Obviously, you have to pay me while I'm sleeping as well. But that's only 6 hours a day. And you will see after this 1 week, you will be admired everywhere in the world. In Europe, in America, in Australia, even the Eskimos will know who you are. I just disappeared like your savior. Anyway, doggies for listening to this interview. And finally, I have a link which I can post to these posts without being blocked all the time. Arawa.